And we are underway from Houston.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. And they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now left side on the swing pass.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Three yards the pick up there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Powell throwing on first down here.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offense and quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of it.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Faking the handoff, Howell.
Forced out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And Howe will throw it.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Montez Sweat racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Taken in at the 22. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On the stop was Aaron Donald.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Play action now. Brissett. Flushed out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here.
No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here's Howe.
Flush to his right. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
On 1st down, Howe.
Escaping the pressure right.
Open man downfield is Duvernay.
A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Here's Walker.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Second down, Howell now.
Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Quan Alexander able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Howell, 3rd and goal.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. He's at the 50, the 30, 20.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They go play action with Brissett. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Isaiah Pacheco.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And that is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growth.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
First down, Howell to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Montez Sweat. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Flushed out right.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. On play action, Brissett.
Looking for Ross again. He finds him again.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From the red zone now, Brissett under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jeremy Chin. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's a step in the right direction defensively here, because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and goal, Brissett, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kene Nwangu, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down.
Powell.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
A 2nd down throw for Brissett.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TV. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Play fake, Brissett. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll throw now on the final play. Going deep downfield for Ross. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Touchdown, Jaguars!
Kene Nwangu.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
There he goes, right side. The 20. Touchdown, Texans. Marquise Goodwin, 75 yards.
And the Texans get a bit closer.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the gun, here's Brissett, escaping the pressure right. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
They'll get this to Nwangu.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And yet again, nowhere to run. This time maybe we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw again on second down. Howell. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On second down, it's Walker.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Howell throwing on third down here.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Fourth down, Howell.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
Here's Brissett. Open man right side is Ingram.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing a big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now, because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they sure don't like giving up a block. They'll have something to work on as they get into practice next week.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Howell, another throw on 2nd down.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell.
Flush to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Deep ball for Goodwin.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jags will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, It's been pretty sensational.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Brissett. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Throwing again on second down. Brissett. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, 28 yards.
And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Third and long, here's Howell.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He will push his way down to about the 14.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Dancing to his left. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Isaiah Pacheco
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Jaguars extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
To throw, Brissett. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Brissett. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on 2nd down. Powell. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Jags are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Brissett's throw here taken in by Ingram.
Give him 18 yards on that one. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary.
And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited till the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. And now here is another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Jeremy Chin there defensively.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And my goodness, another interception.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Open man is Duvernay. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Throwing again on second down.
Powell.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense